I think they're 90 to 100 grand, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Hey guys, it's Bill Cranley here at Chevrolet of Naperville. Special treat, we have the 2019 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. As you can see, Chevrolet has brought it back for the 2018 year, and we have a special treat, and we can take a sneak peek at some of the cool new features that the ZR1 has to offer. Let's check it out.
So, a quick overview, the ZR1 is Chevy's high-performance sports car and is part of the Corvette's 7th generation of Corvette models, which was originally introduced in 2014. The 2019 ZR1, however, was officially unveiled last November, where Chevrolet introduced the sports car at the Dubai Auto Show.
Introducing to the world the 2019 Corvette ZR1.
The ZR1 is currently available to the public starting at $118,000, but the one I had the pleasure of looking at is actually close to $145,000. The big question that we've been getting is the price worth it? And to put simply, the answer is yes. It is most definitely worth it. And I will talk about some of the new features that the ZR1 has to offer, and you can see for yourself if it's worth the price. Though the ZR1 is heavily based on the Z06 platform, which is another high-performance version of the Corvette, there are actually quite a few very noticeable differences between the two. What makes this version of Chevy's Corvette so special is obviously its performance, putting the ZR1 on top of the list when it comes to sports car power and potential. Why? Well, for one, the ZR1 includes the all-new 6.2-liter LT5 V8 engine, which comes with an improved 2.6-liter Eaton TVS supercharger, an improved cooling and fuel injection system. The engine itself is actually 52% larger than the Z06's LT4 V8 engine. This means an increase in power and performance all around, bumping up the already powerful Z06 650 horsepower to the ZR1's whopping 755 horsepower. Let me say that again, 755 horsepower. And what does this all mean to you? Well, let's compare some of the highest performing and highest costing performance cars that exist out there. On this table, we see the Lamborghini Aventador. That comes with a horsepower of 729, which is obviously less than the ZR1. And don't forget about the price tag. This Lamborghini is starting at $420,000, about $275,000 more. Wow. Another is the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, an impressive 731 horsepower, yet still below the ZR1, and again about $175,000 more expensive. And still choosing sports cars within the parameters of being less than a $500,000 price tag, we have the McLaren 675 LT, which still only gets up to 666 horsepower, about 89 less and about $120,000 more, just for the introductory price. So you can see performance and price don't always have to correlate, and with the ZR1, you're getting more than enough power for less than half the price of some of the other guys. But anyways, I did get to spend a day with the ZR1, and even though I didn't get to drive it, I did play around with pretty much everything from the cool electronics in the cabin to revving it up to test out its engine. It was was extremely loud, and I can only imagine at how powerful this car really is. I probably revved it up a little too much, but it was just so astonishingly loud and powerful, I couldn't resist. Here's another angle much closer to the exhaust to see it a little better, and just because I wanted another excuse to lay my foot on the gas pedal. As I said before, the engine has drastically increased in size from the Z06, and man was that engine big. As you can see, it sticks about 4 inches out of the hood and blends in beautifully. You can see the hood actually have an opening to let the engine poke out, which is actually an improvement to a similar style Chevrolet introduced back in 2011. But in that model, the opening was actually covered by a see-through glass panel and had some negative feedback, rightly so. So, to make it look more presentable, Chevy took the plexiglass panel out and put in a carbon fiber cap on the engine for style and protection instead. Oh, and speaking of carbon fiber, this Corvette is basically made out of it from head to toe. And it's used for the side vents, the rocker panels alongside the car, the engine cap, of course, the chevron patterned halo hood, the removable roof panel, the rear high wing, and more. And speaking of the rear wing, it doesn't actually come standard, but as an option as part of the ZTK performance package. The wing can be manually adjusted by 5 degrees for more or less downforce, and in optimal settings, it can produce up to 950 pounds of downforce. Decent enough trunk space as well, and as you can see, the trunk lid barely gets past the high wing, making it an easy enough transition to put your stuff in the back. Now, let's check out some of the features in the interior. The Corvette comes with 3 driving modes: Tour mode, sort of your default mode; the Sport mode, where the magnetic ride dampening is stiffened but not tempered; and of course, Track mode with max performance and responsiveness. The ZR1 also comes with the standard heads-up display, or HUD, which is a transparent display projected on the car's front windshield to give different options for viewing, such as the car's speed, RPM, and driving mode. The ZR1 seats are actually special sports performing bucket seats for a comfortable fit, and of course comes with the heating and cooling features for the days when you need it most. Coming to the screen, very cool. By pressing this button, the screen itself actually comes down as a secret compartment with a USB slot to keep your phone and valuables hidden. More on the screen, there's a camera option that shows you the images coming from the 3 different cameras, 2 in the front and 1 in the rear. But the screen itself actually has a lot more cool features, such as Bluetooth calling, navigation, weather updates, and my favorite, PDR, or Performance Data Recorder, which literally videotapes your drive with stats running across the screen as if you were in a video game. Here's a video we found giving that example. You can see the driver's speed up top, and you can upload the track you're on with the GPS feature on the top left corner. Even shows the G-force of the vehicle in the bottom left, which is honestly just amazing. Anyways, that is the recap of Chevy's new Corvette ZR1. Hopefully you enjoyed my video, and I will see you next time. Thank you.